Hello, guys. My name is Jack Southwell, of course, and this is the Raw review for October 12th, 2015. I don't even know if I want to do this review, to be honest. These Raws have just been... Nothing interesting is coming from them. They haven't gotten me excited. They haven't gotten me pumped. And this Raw just proved it. It really has. So let's talk about the 12th of October 2015 episode of Raw from Chicago, Illinois. We open up with Kane backstage on the phone, and this was happening throughout the night, talking to Stephanie and Triple H, and that he has to run Raw because they're running late, even though they didn't even show up, I'm pretty sure. And he's like, don't worry guys, I will keep shit very professional, and he's like, yep. And then he says that it's going to be a lumberjack match, Seth Rollins versus Kane. That's going to be interesting. You can tell I'm very excited about that. So we get the Raw intro playing. Then we have Dean Ambrose come out to start us off, so that's pretty cool. And he's saying to everyone, welcome to Monday Night Raw. And then he's always been an action speak louder than words kind of guy. And he says, Randy Orton, get your butt over here and let's duke it out. So something like that. And so Randy Orton comes out and crowd chants his name, and they love Chicago, even though he's from St. Louis, trying to get some babyface stuff going on, fair enough. And they talk about how they face the Wyatt family on SmackDown. And so Orton just heard that Ambrose will be facing Luke Harper and Braun Strowman right after this. And at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, they'll be facing Luke Harper and Braun Strowman because Roman's facing Bray. Well, Bray's facing Roman. It doesn't really matter. Same sentence. And so there's Orton's like, hey, we don't see eye to eye, man, but we are very similar because we're both whacked down in the brain and all that crazy shit. So yeah, alright, promo. And then the New Day come out and do a great reception because they're the best thing on the show. And that Woods says they're sorry about breaking up about the heartfelt moment they had last week, and that they slayed, destroyed, and stood tall, and that Big E says that they thought they were Ambrose, that they took out the show off. They sent the Dudleys back to make Dudley into a retirement home, and then they took out John Cena. Crowd boos that for some reason, and they just saw him lay their hands on New Day, and that Woods says the Shield never did that. Big E asked if the Authority ever did that, or Evolution or Legacy, and they just talk about all their groups that he's been in, and then whole new definition to a groupie, and you could tell, and the camera panned to Orton, and he was trying so hard not to laugh, and so he's told him to sit on the bench, and they want to feel the power of positivity. Corporate Kane appears on Titantron and says the inmates are not running the asylum, and that until the Authority gets here, he is, and so they say if you play with fire you get burnt. And he's like, it's a fire safety poster, but it applies here. So he's trying to play out the nice little corporate image, but deep down inside, he's a sick, twisted monster that wants to burn everyone to death. So they make a tag team match. Yay. It was actually not that bad. How it ended, of course. So Orton dropped down, he's getting ready for the RKO. Kingston shoved Orton into Ambrose, who's trying to get Big E out of the ring. Kingston gets the roll-up, and they win the match. And so Ambrose and Orton looks pissed off, to create some dysfunction in the team to see when they go up against Luke Harper and Braun Strowman. I want Braun Strowman and Luke Harper to win this match because I feel like Braun needs to look strong, So then we get... What's going on here? Alright, so I believe Nikki Bella and all that are coming into the ring, and that Nikki... Oh, okay, so, yeah, Nikki Bella took on Naomi in a alright match. Brie Bella gets on the microphone and starts chanting, we want Sasha, to show that the fans like Sasha a lot more than Naomi and Tamina, and, chant that over and over. Just, Brie Bella's voice is so fucking annoying on the microphone, you just want to smack that bitch. But then I believe it was Sasha knocking her off the table. She took a crazy bump, I will admit. Nikki hits the forearm, rack attack, wins the match. Who cares? But, I think this could be the bit where, Sasha Banks may turn face and could possibly break away from Naomi and Tamina. They could have some great matches with each other, to be honest. And then we get to some section, about who's the most, unique superstar or the craziest in WWE, unconventional, whatever. This is to cash in with some candy bar or whatever. So Paige is backstage and that she's the most unconventional diva. And so she's sarcastically saying, "Oh, I'm very happy for the recognition I deserve," and all that. Then we get the John Cena US Open Challenge. And Cena's like, I know the fans hate me, but I still love you, trying to pull out that card. And all that stuff. And he's like, the champ is here, whoop whoop, and all that shit. And then Dolph Ziggler comes out, and then we get Cena versus Ziggler for the US title. I hope this does lead to a feud between these two, because, this could be very interesting for Cena and could really elevate the US title, because they've finished off that Rusev, Lana, Summer Rae angle, thank fucking God, and all that. But yeah, this was a really damn good match. Like, if you're gonna watch one match on the show, this should be the one. Very, very good stuff. They at the ending, they got to their feet and traded punches. I believe he went for like a sweet chin music, Dolph Ziggler, throughout the match, but Cena blocked him. Ziggler headbutted him a couple of times, hit the zigzag near fall, and so Ziggler is just like, what? He kicked out. Pulls himself up on the rope. Cena hits the AA. Cena wins low. Ha ha ha. Both are completely exhausted. Referee hands Cena the United States title and raises a hand. Kane is smiling in his office at the end of the match. Triple H calls in again to say how things are going and that the show is great. Triple H says that their flight is going through they're like on a flight somewhere, and that's why their service is all fucked up. And so they say like a flight attendant spilled coffee in Stephanie McMahon. She's having a fit. Damn you, fucking coffee woman, suck a dick and all that. And so Michael Cole mentions that he already still doesn't know what the main event is because the line keeps cutting out because, hey, okay, I'm facing Seth Rollins, and it's like, sorry, get it, and all that stuff. So up next we get the Ascension versus the Dudley Boys. The Ascension won in 5 seconds. Oh, that'd be funny. No. Dudley Boys win, of course, in a meaningless tag team match. Then we get to another meaningless tag team match. Sheamus and King Barrett versus Cesaro and Neville. So Neville puts Sheamus in the ring, roll him up 2 count, sends Neville first and second rope. Sheamus then distracts the referee as Barrett hit Neville with the Royal Bullhammer. Sheamus pins Neville and they get the win. So just 4 mid-carders just going at it. They could do so much better with these 4, to be honest. Then we get, oh boy, Roman Reigns promo. Oh my God. What the fuck was this? We get Reigns going, anyone but you, and that the rivalry has to do with one thing, the world title, because of Money in the Bank. I was gonna win it, but you took me out, and that you have a beef, you settled in the ring. I lost the battleground, and the White Families get blah blah blah. And of course, the crowd chanted boring, and then, of course, Roman's like, no, this is boring, you better listen to this shit. And everywhere, I told my daughter I'm gonna create a future, please love me. It's just fucking horrible. And then Bray Wyatt comes out, thank God. And then Wyatt is pretty much asking what we're all thinking. Are you trying to convince yourself or the crowd? And that he will take the blame because he knows Reigns put the tragedy on himself. And there's a massacre waiting for him at Hell in a Cell. And Reigns is like, oh, 100% agree, but I will lock the cell. Wyatt will be wishing he was trapped in there with anyone but him. And then the crowd boos Reigns because he's just a terrible microphone guy. Believe that, cock the fist, baby. This is January this year, Roman Reigns. Oh my God. He can do good. I feel so bad with Roman because I know he can be good. But who's ever writing his scripts for him? Just stop. Fire the pricks. Send them to outer space somewhere. Send them to fucking Mars. There's water there now. So he should be all good. Like, Jesus Christ. So then we get Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. This match I couldn't give a shit about. How this ended, of course, Reigns hit Strowman with the Superman punch, and Strowman has one of the classic botch timing where he takes a move, looked, and just botched the move, and then he bumped onto the table, and Reigns gets in the ring to win by count out. Shit. And then Wyatt family surrounds the ring, charges him, and crowds a mix of apathy and Husky Harris chants. Oh, that's very smart of you, know he's Husky Harris. They beat him up, they go follow the buzzards, and that's the end of that. Roman Reigns promo sucked. That match wasn't that good. Why did Braun Strowman lose? I know it was by count out and it's not that big of a... But still! He lost to Roman Reigns. Like, come on. You could at least get an undefeated streak going, but nah. Fuck yeah. I know they're going to win a Hell in a Cell, and they probably should win a Hell in a Cell, but god damn it. This booking is shithouse. But then we get another Kane talking to Trips and Steph, and they're having reception issues, and he's trying to say, hey, I'm facing Seth Rollins tonight, and Triple H's like, what, I can't do, the fucking thing's fucking up, and all that stuff, so the reception's not working. And then we get to what happened last week on Raw with Rusev and Summer Rae proposing last week, and then TMZ broke the news about Rusev and Lana being engaged in real life, so they're kind of acknowledging this, and I'm like, what? You can't, it's really weird, because they're bringing in real life situations in kayfabe, like, so this is both going on in real life and kayfabe, like, is this just a pathetic excuse to end the storyline? Like, I don't blame you, the storyline sucks, but still, you could have done it in a much better way, so, I don't know, man, like, keep reality on one side and kayfabe on another. So, Rusev faced Ryback. Absolutely nothing special came out of this. Ryback won the match. Summer Rae comes in, calls Rusev his sweetie, and I'm like, what? You just engaged to Lana. Shouldn't you be like, nah, I'm out of here, kind of thing. And so, on the wake of like proposing to him, and it's like, oh, thank you, but you are a terrible little asshole, narcissistic, self-centered, egotistical, jealous, lying, cheating bastard, slaps him, and that's the end of that. Rusev has no woman now. He's buried, career over, wrestling on Superstars with fucking Heath Slater. Probably not, but why did they just bring it up in real life? If this is because to end the storyline, you might as well turn Lana heel now, because, and then Ziggler's like, so what do you feel about Lana engaging with Rusev? Oh, you know, it's, I'm a bit disappointed. It was good for a while. Dude, you were dating her, and now all of a sudden she engages to this big Russian dude you've been trying to fight. You'd be fucking furious. You'd be going over to Rusev right now, kicking him right in the cock. Like, honestly. God, this storyline sucked. It had promise at the beginning, but it just went downhill. Man, just... fuck that storyline. So then we get to Kalisto versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens won. Hooray. Let's move on. And so, I believe he was taunting the announcers or whatever. Then we get to another Divas Tag Team match. Hooray. Brie Bella and Alicia Fox versus Charlotte and Becky Lynch. You can tell how much fun I'm having with this Raw, man. It was a piece of shit. No one cared about it. Paige was on commentary. Attacked Natalia, trying to help out. Charlotte big boots her, and the Bella Twins win. Awesome. Corbin Kane's on his phone with Triple H again. They said they might not even make it before asking who Seth Rollins facing, and then they finally heard out, and Stephanie's like, how could you do that, you bastard? But no, they're not gonna fire him over the thing. No. They said, go ahead. Let's go. It's like anyone else, and so Triple H says Kane's not going out there under any circumstance. That Kane cannot face Rollins, anyone else can but not Kane, warns him not to screw it up, and all that shit. So, Seth Rollins backstage with the Big Fat Big Show. Rollins said he doesn't like what's going on. This is the first time we've seen Rollins tonight, which is weird. And so there's like this, they go way back, and the Big Show's always there for him. Like, since when? You didn't, like, help him out during the middle of the year, and now you all of a sudden care for him? Alright, fucking sick, mate. And so Rollins knows that tonight's no exception. Big Show has a bit of a giggle and says he's got a great sense of humour. Rollins is looking stressed as always. Corporate Kane's next to him and says Triple H informed that he's not his opponent. Find a suitable replacement. And so we get a Hell in a Cell thing. And so we find out next week a bunch of legends are going to fill in because we can't make new stars. So that's pretty much next week. So we have a lumberjack match. Seth Rollins versus... He's not facing Kane. Instead he's facing Kane. Yeah, how the fuck does that work? So, nah, it was actually Demon Kane, not Corporate Kane. The big roll-up face-looking guy. I actually didn't watch this bit, but what I've seen here, Big Show got involved... Gave Kane a knockout punch. Just fuck you, Big Show. Fuck you. I believe the New Day got involved in this, but Demon Kane got the win. He made the posts explode and all that, with fire shooting out of his asshole. And yeah, that was Monday Night Raw. I thought it was just dull shit. Nothing good came out of it. This Raw gets a thumbs down from me. You didn't really miss anything if you missed out on this Raw. Hopefully, they got to build up next week on Raw. They got to build up Hell in a Cell good. I think they can do like a really awesome promo with Lesnar and The Undertaker. I think those two need to go out there and just, you know, talk as much shit to each other as they can. Have a bit of a brawl if they wanted to. Fucking bring down the cell if you want to. And some other things, you know, just do your storylines better. I know, how many matches have been announced? Like 4 or 5? I know Cena versus Ziggler could be an opportunity. Owens is facing Ryback again. We have Charlotte versus Nikki. Wyatt's and Reign. Wyatt's, Orton, Ambrose. The 2 cell matches and the world title. I think that's 7. 6 or 7. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, this Raw was a piece of shit. I hope you enjoyed this review. Make sure to give it a like if you did. Comment down below your thoughts on this Raw. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Tell me what you think. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more shit from me. My Twitter and Instagram is at JackmanLaw31. And I'll see you next time for whatever video I upload. And I am out in 3, 2, 1.